Hey there, Spyder owners, Brandon here with Slingmods.com, and today we have our highway pegs for the 2020 and up Spyder RT. Now you may have noticed that the seating position on the Can-Am Spyder RT is quite a bit more upright in comparison to the F3 models, which in our experience can cause some lower back and knee discomfort on those long touring rides. So to help address this issue, we partnered up with a team over at SpyderExtras to bring you guys a set of adjustable highway pegs for the 2020 and up Spyder RT and RT Limited. These highway pegs were designed to complement the curves and angles of the RT and can be adjusted forwards and backwards, as well as left and right angle adjustment, allowing you to fine-tune the position of the pegs to best fit your comfort level. Now the foot pegs are coated with a heavy-duty rubber sleeve to dampen vibrations while riding, and the kit comes with all necessary hardware and brackets for straightforward installation. Now follow me as I walk you through the installation process. Start by removing the right-hand side rubber floorboard cover by carefully pulling it up and off. Then take the smaller of the two templates and align it to the top outside corner with the arrow pointing forward, making sure it's sitting flat and snug on both sides before making a mark where that hole is. We'd recommend adding some protective eyewear prior to drilling. Now take a 17/64 drill bit and carefully make a hole where your mark is. And be sure to vacuum up all the metal shavings left behind right after. Next, the manufacturer recommends that you add a little dab of stainless steel lubricant to all stainless steel hardware prior to installation. So first lubricate the two mounting bolts, then take the smaller of the two and slide it into the existing hole already in the floorboard, and then the longer one into the hole we just drilled. Then take the short angled spacer and slide it onto the inside bolt, and the longer spacer onto the outside bolt. Attach the lower bracket, and then add a washer and nut to each bolt. Tightening them down so that they're nice and snug, but don't tighten the hardware all the way down just yet, as we'll need to adjust this bracket later in the install. Now take the highway peg and add a little lubricant to the two mounting bolts. Then slide them onto the lower bracket. Add a washer and nut to both and tighten them down so that they're just snug. Again, don't tighten the hardware all the way down at this time, just enough so that you can move the peg position both forward and backward with some slight resistance. And then just repeat that same process for the other side. Pull off the rubber floorboard cover. Align the other larger template to the top left corner and make a mark where that hole is. Again, making sure you're wearing protective eyewear prior to drilling. Drill out that mark with a 17/64 drill bit. Lubricate your bolts, and slide the longer one into the hole you just drilled, and then the shorter one into that existing hole already in the floorboard. Now add the longer spacer to the inside bolt, and then the shorter angled spacer to the outside bolt. Add the lower bracket, followed by a washer and nut on each bolt, tightening them down so they're nice and snug, but don't tighten all the way down just yet. Next, lubricate the two bolts on your highway peg and slide them into the lower bracket, adding a washer and nut to each, and tighten them down so that they're just snug. Again, don't tighten the hardware all the way down at this time, just enough so that you can move the peg position both forward and backward with some slight resistance. Okay, at this stage of the install, your pegs should be installed on both sides of the bike and the hardware for each peg should be snug but not fully tightened. This will allow you to sit in the riding position and fine-tune the pegs where you want them. You can adjust the pegs both side to side as well as forward and reverse. Now you may need to adjust the pegs a few times until you find the peg position that's perfect for you. Once you're happy with the position of the left and right side highway pegs, be sure to turn the handlebars from side to side, making sure that you have adequate clearance between the front fender and the highway peg on each side of the bike. Then you'll want to go through and tighten down all the hardware to lock the peg position in place. And then finally, you can reattach the rubber floorboard pads by pulling through the rubber tabs from underneath to lock them in place. Now, if adding a pair of highway pegs to your 2020 and up Spyder RTs on your mod list, then be sure to head on over to slingmods.com today to grab a set for yourself. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so I can keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest mods for the Can-Am Spyder. I'm Brandon, signing out. Till next time.